Alright everyone, once this video is done, you should have something which looks like this. Click me for money. So we do. Go to Spanish, and everything changes to Spanish, and you can add your own languages. And yeah. So, let's get right into it. There we go, that'll fix that. Right, okay, so 3 minutes this should pretty much take, or maybe just a bit longer. Now I have got a notation thing. I've got a basic clicker game done here. This is my second time recording this video, because the other one didn't work. So let me just imagine you've got some way of making something, and that's the reason why you want to do all this. Now, let me show you how we're going to do this. First of all, we're literally just going to make one method, that's all we need. So we're going to call this public void, because we're not returning anything. And this is going to be called language method. Alright. And now we'll open this boy up, this big boy. And within here, also, actually, we're going to want to create an argument. It's going to be a string, and we're going to call this language ID. Alright, and now we want to say switch language ID. And now we can create some cases. So we're going to do case English. Now I'll explain all of this afterwards. For now, just follow along with a colon on the end. And then we need to create a new variable. So I'm going to call this public string. It'll be a string language. And by default, I want to set that as English. So equals English. There we go. Now you can set the default to whatever you want. And then we'll do language equals English. Now obviously we'll need this because otherwise, if you change it to Spanish, you won't be able to change it back. Oops, we need a semicolon there. And it's that simple. Now we'll just do the same with Spanish. We'll do, oops, case Spanish language equals Spanish, and then we'll just do a break. That's simple. And in fact, that's it for that. So I'll save that up, and I'll explain what everything does after. Let me just get the basics done so you lot can follow it, and then if you want the explanation, you can do it after. Okay, now we need to go down to our void update. And I've got cache conversion stuff down here, but for now I'll just block all that out. All we want to do is an if statement. And we'll say if language equals English. And in here we'll just say, I'm actually going to start by making a new text variable, which is going to be public text. Make sure you're using unityengine.ui if you're doing all this text as well. It's going to be public text, click button text, and in here I'm going to say click button text dot text equals click me click me for money. What did it used to say? How I'll do this is obviously Spanish. I'm just using that as an example. Spanish is very weird because it's got like upside down exclamation marks, but I just won't include them. And then here we'll copy and paste it. And we'll say if language equals Spanish, and then we'll just do the Spanish translation, which I believe is have click en me por un oh come on, I can remember money. It begins with a D. Dinero, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure dinero. And that's literally the Spanish translation, I believe. If anyone can speak Spanish and that's wrong, please correct me in the comments. That's it for that. Okay, next we're going to do money, so that's simple. All we got to do is, in my case, if you're not doing anything, it'll just be money text, or whatever your cash text is, money text.text just be this, equals money cash, or something like that, anyway. But because I've done notations from my other video, which is like a really short 5-minute odd notation video, obviously it goes on for quite a while because I explain everything. All we're gonna do, copy this. In fact, actually, I'm just gonna Control Z it, exit rather, because we don't need it. Cut it, and paste, and done. And that's that. And then for Spanish, I'll do the exact same, except this is gonna be dinero. And I'm just gonna paste that literally everywhere. Now, I don't believe anything's different here. So I'll just leave them, but some letters may be different in the Spanish alphabet. You know what, actually, yeah, don't worry. I think some are different in the Spanish alphabet, but if you don't want to Google Translate that or something, or you actually know the language, but first of all, well done. And second of all, just change it. Although Google Translate is not 100% accurate, it's fine. And this is basically it. That's it. So it's just this. So if that felt a bit fast, I will go and explain it now. So we'll actually test this after. Trust me, I know it works. But what we're saying is, you know what? Actually, we'll go into Unity to do this first. So I'll see once this is loaded. Actually, no, it won't because I haven't connected the buttons. So now that we're actually inside of Unity, we want to go down to, make sure you have an empty game object with your script on it. Click button text, that will be this. This is all assuming you have some, like, click or something, or anything set up, but this can work for anything. Now, my buttons are a bit ugly, I already made them. It's just an English and a Spanish button. Now what we need to do is you want to drag in your game handler object, so you know I'll do all this with you all. And then you want to go down to your script name and language method, and then in here we'll put English, and do the same with Spanish and put Spanish. And this should be it. Now when we press play, click me for money. There we go. Click me for money, and we go Spanish, and it all changes to Spanish. That's simple. Change it back and forward. Now I will explain what all this does now. So let me start with this. This is like kind of having multiple methods inside of one. I like this. So this is saying public voice and no return type. Language method, which is what we're calling the thing, and then we're creating an argument, which is the language ID. And we actually describe the language ID on these buttons. So right here, this is the language ID, right here. Whatever's input into here, that is this language ID. And then the switch, it's like, I don't actually exactly understand this, but I believe it's just switching between these two kind of thing. Language ID. So this is just grabbing our language ID. And it's saying if the language ID equals English, set our language to English and break, which means stop this case kind of thing. And then it's saying if the language ID is set to Spanish, then change language to Spanish and break. Now you can have as many of these as you want. So for example, you could have Dutch, you could have German, you could have whatever you wanted, but that's pretty much it. Then up here it's just saying if the language in the update, if language is English, do all this. And yeah, that's simple. So, oh, sorry about that. Besides that, that's literally it. So, if you want more detail, let me know in the comments. I know it's kind of rushed. It's just because I've already recorded this like twice. Because my mic had an echo. Anyway, yeah, if you want, now, where I actually got this from, there's a YouTuber called CryptoGrounds, link is in description, who does an idle game tutorial. It's really good. I'd suggest you check it out if you want to make an idle game. And someone commented on one of their most recent videos as of I'm recording this, saying, will he do a language system? And I replied to this comment. I'll actually put both the channel and the comment up on the screen right now. I actually replied to this comment saying that it's not actually that hard to do. Well, I never actually specifically said that, but I just said that it's not impossible to do. It's fairly easy, so I'll make a video on it if you want. And then they were like, yeah, sure, thanks. So yeah, that's pretty much why I made the video. I already had plans to make this video, but I didn't know when I was gonna make it. So this person just kind of helped me make it. So yeah, credit to them. And CryptoGrounds, links in description and stuff. Link console clicker, which game's not finished yet, but still. That's my game that I've been making. It's terrible at the moment, but I'm working on it, okay? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and bye.